Thanks for tuning in to the Market Wrap. I'm Niraj Shah, and yet another very interesting day of trade, especially for traders. I think it's turned out really well. This morning on the trade setup, I was talking about how it seems poised for not a bad start. I made that small error of the SGX Nifty, but that notwithstanding, almost everything else on the stock side turned out very well, and it was simply because all the cues were positive. Now, quickly bring up the Nifty and show you what happened in the indices today. I think metals played a really good hand, and some insurance companies perked up as well, not to forget, of course, so autos. So essentially all economy recovery related plays did well. Tata Motors 6%, and that's not just India. The European recovery, Europe, etc. Economies opening up might all do well. Even though there are coronavirus cases rising there, Tata Motors saw a lot of positivity. Similarly for Tata Steel and HDFC Life, a brilliant move there, 5.7% out of the dark really. The last 4 or 5 sessions, HDFC Life has just had a breathtaking move. So really good going. And then, of course, the financials, you can't leave them behind. Bajaj Finance, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, etc., all doing well. The only sore spots were BPCL effectively turning a bit foul today. And to an extent, Hero MotoCorp and ONGC sulked a little bit in the session. IT, of course, continued to languish. But the beauty, viewers, as I see about this rally, is that everybody who is anchored to the belief that the gains will happen in IT, pharma, telecom, chemicals, etc., has completely missed the financials rally, refuses to go back because the stocks have risen quite a bit and therefore loses on the daily gains. Almost every single day, it's the financials which are making highs, and people who are parked there, whether in the derivative positions or otherwise, are doing really well for themselves. The broader end of the spectrum today also had a little bit of metal flavor for sure, yes, but it had all the flavors of the economy opening up. So if you just look at okay, I mean, this is of course one of the steel names, but yeah, if you just look at this list and just look at the kind of gains that have happened to select names. So one, IIFL Finance 20% higher, but Adani Gas 20% up move. They've backed 3 new territories. They're going to raise money. Very strong show put up by that one. Chalet Hotels 155, 8.5% in addition to Indian hotels. Some aviation stocks did well. As I said, Tata Motors has anyways done very well. Mass Financial is above 1,000 now, 1,073. We had logistic players doing well. Motilal Oswal Financial another 7% higher. SpiceJet, as I said, aviation was doing well. So effectively, that's the play. Economy opening up, and all of those pockets have done really well. What didn't do well, after a while, after 2 days of a gain, Indiabulls Real Estate came off. Today, Pfizer sulked a little bit in trade, 3.5%. Lotus Labs continues to grind lower, so another 3% after that big spike a day before, or rather on Friday. And Piramal Enterprises came off a little bit in the session, 3.5%. So amongst the financials, I think this one sulked, but maybe in account of the pharma nature of the business. But essentially, viewers, the point that I'm trying to make is, if you look at the market breadth, you see that financials, rate sensitives, economy opening up, stocks are doing well. Now, in this leg, you will have positive market breadth, because in the earlier leg, when it was only IT, pharma, and specialty chemicals moving up, you had very few stocks. There are large companies, some of them, but not very large in number. Now that the economy is opening up, hotels, etc., all move up. So the market breadth continues to be a bit positive, and that's actually, well, from a retail trader's perspective, a really good thing. I dare say, watch out for the economy opening up theme. That looks well. And even though domestic dealer desk was saying that IT and pharma have been bought into big time, somehow I think that the market is in a mood for favoring the theme that is on right now, which is the opening up theme. So financials might continue to just rule the roost. A quick segue into what the world is doing. So the European screen will come up on the screen very shortly. And quiet as she goes, no big gyrations in the session today. It's pretty similar to what Asia was doing today, and this is despite the coronavirus vaccine positive news. So a bit of a quandary, but this may also be because the US markets are trading very flat. The Dow futures have in fact slipped a bit after rising in trade yesterday. So maybe the European markets are taking cues from there. Let's wait and watch if that changes during the course of the session. But for now, it seems to be a subdued glow. But our markets look in fine fettle for the time being. You never know when they slip, so you always got to be careful about that. But I have to agree that everybody who's been even slightly bearish since 10,500 has just gotten it wrong. Now, even a broken clock is right twice in the day, and therefore this could prove to be an intermediate top. But for now, the data doesn't seem to suggest that. However, because it's risen so much, you should be careful with your trading positions in specific stocks, so do that. But economy opening up, this is the 6th time that I'm repeating on this telecast. That theme seems to be doing well, so may make dividends to play that. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Market Wrap. Have a great evening.